Namaste. Namastizzle. What's up? Welcome. Shalom. Peace. Many blessings. What's up? What's going on, people? Magick La Croix here. Hopefully, y'all are having a good day today. It is almost the weekend. I know some of y'all are glad. It's almost Friday. Hopefully your wait was peaceful. Today, the day of Jupiter, and I have on blue. The colors are either blue or purple for today. If you're gonna align with the planet Jupiter and its energies, most people do their money rituals on today. What's going on in your world, in the magical world? Let's see who's here. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button as you enter. Pick your what's going on, brother? More. Yep, you're the first one here today. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What shall we talk about today? How about, I saw the news. I wasn't watching the news, but I happened to be passing by a television screen at the bowling alley when I saw this broadcast that said breaking news. And I think they're ending affirmative action. If I'm not mistaken. Did y'all hear that? Or did you hear that? Furthermore, what's going on, Sharon? Greetings, Latanya's Views. What's up with the Showtime switch? Sharon, you late. I've been doing this since last week. What's up? Hey, Portia, peace and love. Love, peace, and power, and namaste, Brother Konami. I switched it up because I had circumstances beyond my control happen. So I said, I'll do it a little earlier. One good thing about today is that it's not as hot. It's 99 degrees, and I'm saying it's not as hot. Y'all just don't get it. And Portia can attest to this. When it's hot in Texas, it is burning the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's a miserable type heat because it's hot and it's humid. You know what I mean? My car is in my driveway. It's a few feet away from my front door. And yet and still, by the time I get to my car, if I'm going somewhere, I'm sweating, literally sweating. And I sit in the car to cool it down. And you can't really even sit down because the seats are so hot. It gets hot here. It gets hot in Texas. You know what I'm saying? You heard about it? Yeah, so they ended, I think if I have the story correct, they ended affirmative action. I think that's where they're going with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't much care about that, to be quite honest. And it wouldn't affect as many Black people as you think. It would affect Asian people more if they're doing away with affirmative action. It is what it is. But have y'all noticed that they act like the last 3 years just didn't happen? What I mean by this is all the changes they made, all the scare tactics they put out, and now nothing. It's absolutely nothing. You don't hear about it anymore. It's like the last 3 years just didn't happen. And of course, they want to act like it didn't happen. But the masses, I think, even more want to act like it didn't happen. You know what I mean? A lot of people come to realize they have been duped. Oh, well. It is what it is. All right. One of the changes that they made, one of the big changes that they made was the schools. They made a lot of changes in the schools, y'all, a lot. Katrina is really good at handing me some articles or videos about current events. Katrina is always in here. She's in the UK. And she sent me Instagram posts, you know what I'm saying? Um, about someone who actually took their kid out of school, but they let them know they were doing. Dear whoever, I'm writing to inform you that after very careful consideration and discussion, we wish to deregister the child after the summer holidays. The child will not return to year 6, is now going to be receiving an education at home in accordance with Section 7 of the Education Acts of 1996. Therefore, please remember to remove the child name from the school register as of Friday, the 21st of July, which was last Friday. In accordance with the education, blah, 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 blah. We will ensure that our daughter is provided with an efficient, full-time education suitable to her age, ability, and aptitude. School used to be a place where children would learn through play, be able to socialize with their friends, and explore things that would spark an interest. I find that this is no longer the case. They have seating plans where they are sat next to children that they do not get along with. Often has been sat next to someone who is being mean and unkind to her and still unable to move. They don't get to socialize like children their age should, and they aren't even allowed to go to the toilet now. So this is one of the big changes that I'm talking about in school. I was told that in some schools, recess is not allowed anymore. It just doesn't happen. And the seating is, they are actually putting kids next to unruly, you know how they used to separate unruly kids, those that were really a problem, they were separated. Not anymore. They're putting them in general pop now, for lack of a better phrase. So they're not allowed to socialize. And I didn't know until I saw this article that they can't even go to the bathroom. What is that about? So school was one of the main things that they changed. I couldn't think of another word, but changed school behaviors. They changed that. So do y'all still got your children in school? Because I don't think this is the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a thing of discussion that should be had amongst parents. You know, I see a lot of people saying that they can't do it. They just simply can't homeschool their children. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, on the other hand, I'm saying a lot of people, you know, actually just sacrificing their jobs to get their children out of the schools. It's not the same anymore. This is one of the main changes that they made. Are y'all all right? Here we go. The public education system gets exactly what it pays for and will always do as it pleases, but homeschooling is on the rise. Yeah, exactly. It is on the rise now. Peace, Lenora Rice. Welcome. It is on the rise here. And unless, I think public education is a prison pipeline. Absolutely, Sharon. Absolutely. They made it more of that. They made it not more of that. They made it more so just obvious now. Peace and prosperity, Sister Righteous. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Although I knew a lot of this stuff was coming, I didn't know that they were going to do the schools that way. I didn't know the school was one of their main things to change during these last 3 years. I knew it was going to be a bunch of changes, but I did not expect schools to change as much as they did. Because, you know, they only got drag queens in school teaching story out, you know. I think they have an alphabet community course, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I think they're teaching, I don't want to speak out of turn or I don't want to misspeak, but I think, and this is in some schools, and I think it's Florida. I gotta think of where I saw this, where there's a um, alternative sex education now. I think, I'm not sure. I'm not going to speak on that because I don't quite know. But I know I ran across an article where I was reading that. You would rather homeschool? Peace. Good afternoon, Anubis. Latanya's views, I think it's the best thing you can do for your children. They're not doing the same things that they used to do, and it's to the children's detriment. You know, being forced to sit on next to students who are really disruptive and unruly, and now they can't move. How is it they can't go to the bathroom? You know what I mean? They can't go to the bathroom and no recess? None? They just sit there for 8 hours or however long school is? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Yeah, Dora pause. I didn't Dora pause, but yeah, that's worthy of a Dora pause. How you can't go to the bathroom? How you don't have recess? That used to be one of my favorite things to look forward to in school. You know, you get to socialize, play football, basketball, mess with the girls who was playing jump rope or something. That was the release during the day. You can't do that no more. All right, so where are we? The Rockefellers brought the school system 100 years ago. Even Hitler borrowed from America's dumbing down process. But until we collectively have had enough, it can only get worse by default. That is a very good point. A very good point. You know, I think I said that in one of my recent lives. I said, until it has gotten to the point where America has had enough of the tyranny that goes on here, it's going to continue. It is going to continue. You know, they continue to dumb America down with mostly entertainment. You know, what's on TV, in the music, you know, blah, 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 blah. I said this all before. I don't want to repeat it, you know, but you're absolutely correct. Music and arts are harder to come by too. Absolutely. That's crazy because that's two of the most creative things that you can do or get involved in. Peace and blessings, Sister Moonfeather. I don't have any children, but if I did, I wouldn't let my child set forth in public or Catholic school. I went to Catholic school for grammar school, and it was mental and physical abuse. I went to Catholic school myself. I went from kindergarten to 8th grade, 9th grade. I'm sorry, 9th grade. I did one more year in high school in Roman Catholic high school for boys. Then I asked my mom to transfer me to a public school where you could wear regular clothes and, you know, there were girls because it was a bunch of boys. I found that just, I didn't like it. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I wanted to show y'all this grimoire here. I was a big fan of Michael Ford's order. I'm switching gears because I didn't spend enough time on that. Michael Ford and his books. Once I started on the dark side of things, remember, I was in Wicca for 10 years. Okay, once I started on the dark side of stuff, this was one of the first dark side books I owned. It's Book of the Witch Moon. Chaos, Vampiric, and Luciferian Sorcery. I mean, it's just a really dark, dark book. Like the Book of Cain is dark. Now, there's not much you can see here because it's so small. The print is so small. But you see the first chapter is vampirism, lycanthropy, and the dead. So basically werewolfedness. There's about werewolves, and he goes into history. Um, you know, his order is okay. I think his research is great. His research is great, and the order is okay. I say that because I was in it for about a year, right? But when you talk to people who are in that order, it's more like a cult because they only repeat what Michael Ford says and the descriptions that they use. So it wasn't for me. I got a few things from being a member, like a altar cloth. But when it comes to Michael Ford, I'd rather use his books. Okay, use his books. Now, his books are basically left-hand path. Remember, left-hand path does lead to degeneracy. Period, point blank. Okay, there's no getting around that. All right. It does lead to power, yes. Yes. But anything that is not natural and righteous is satanic. Period. Are y'all talking? Yeah, the cover looks dark, but you should see his other books. His other books, I mean, I know it sounds like I'm not with his books by saying that it leads to degeneracy. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at here. His books are well researched, though. I got just about all of them. The Beholders of Night, The Gates of Dozak, which is the Book of the Worm, Luciferian Sorcery, and Set Typhon. You got The Dragon of the Two Flames, The Binding of Shadows, Casting a Circle, The Book of Cain. That was another one. This is the book I was telling y'all about, where after I did a ritual, I was just pissed off. I couldn't, still to this day, can't explain why the ritual in there made me so mad. And it was the actual book, invocation of Cain. You got Shades of Algol, A Book of the Witch Moon, Scales of the Black Serpent, The Bible of the Adversary. That's another one. Then you got Necromenon, Egyptian satanic magic. So his books are worth it if you're pursuing the left-hand path. His books are, he got the history down pat, and the way he does rituals is totally in a different way than, say, Wicca. Okay, you know how you turn in a clockwise manner? If you are doing a ritual, you're going clockwise. He would have you doing it counterclockwise. Everything's backwards, okay, to get that dark side feel to it. Are y'all all right? I see Katrina's posting, but she's not here. Everybody okay? I don't want to go full left, but partially in the middle is cool. Yeah. Yeah. There's another one. Let me see. Here's another one. I always say balance when you're choosing a path, whether it be left hand or right hand path. But seriously, if you do choose the left hand path, just be careful because it can, I shouldn't say it does, it can lead to degenerate behavior. It can lead to that lust for power. You know what I mean? It does, it can, I can't say it will, but it can do that. It can warp your mind too, psychologically. Okay. someone asked me recently why I don't fuck with the lower anymore. And it's not that I feel like I'm better or anything for someone who does practice with the loa. And when I say the loa, I'm talking about Haitian voodoo or lukumi or kimbanda, or santeria. I just evolved. Now, before you go say, oh, he thinking he better. No, that's not what I mean. I spent a good 3 years with just the ATRs. I spent a good 3 years before I moved to something else. Okay. At the time, when I first started, yeah, I thought it was the end all be all. I thought that. No, that's not the case. There are older deities than the lower. Okay. As a matter of fact, compared to the older deities, the lower are relatively new. You know what I'm saying? They are far older deities, far older religions. You know, I just moved on. That's all that means. Okay, I don't put down anyone who still messes with the loa or the Orishas. Okay? If that's your path, that's your path. Because eventually you're going to have to stick to one main path. Feel me? Oh, yes, just listen. Peace, Rayshawn, justice. Oh no, I'm sorry. Y'all all good. Y'all all good. I'm here. I was looking up the book. Oh, the Book of the Witch Moon. Of course, you know I hooked you up. Don't even worry. The Book of the Witch Moon, though, like I said, just caution when you look at stuff as far as left-hand path stuff. There's so much left-hand path. You definitely got to be careful. You definitely got to, I say, do a balance, because if you go full dark side, you can alienate your family. You can lose everything for that lust for power. Okay. And once you see stuff start to work fast and how you can get it to work fast, you may want to stay right there. Trust me, it's very, very tempting. You know. But like I said, the invocation of Cain, I have no idea why that ritual made me mad. It made me angry. I was just angry at everybody and everything. Mad. I said I would never do that invocation ever again. Do I have it here? I do. The Book of Cain. I might have shown y'all this before. I'm going to look at the, yeah, here it is. The Blackened Fires of the Forge. Okay. And it's nothing more than a basic invocation. You know, I guess maybe the words that I uttered, that could have been it. But yeah, I said I would never do it again. If you want to have at it, then have at it. Yeah, everything in reverse can make someone go crazy. Yes, his books are very detailed, very detailed. Now, the Book of Cain is not even that long. The Book of Cain is about 12 pages, but it's basically the ritual. I think I stayed away from my wife. After I did this ritual, I stayed away. I was just that mad. It could have been, see, we don't know what this sigil means. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe it has some meditation of the sigil, and of course, the words that you utter. You know, about 12 pages. And here's the invocation right here, right? Some history behind it, and then you say the actual ritual. This I know is a sigil for either, no, this is Lucifer right here. One of these is Astaroth or one of the crown princes of hell. So you cast the shadow of Cain and you just follow the directions. And if anybody actually is interested in trying it, yeah, good luck with it. You may have better luck than I did. What are the effects of doing the LBRP backwards? It's different for every person. You found it, Portia? Okay, good. Invocation of Cain. We talk about Cain from the Bible. That Cain, the one who slew Abel. Must have been a strong dark spirit. I agree. I have more left-hand books and PDFs. Exactly what is some books that are more right-hand path? Would be the Kabbalah is absolutely right-hand path. Yeah, the Kabbalah. You already answered your own question. You know, how long did it take for the effects to wear off? Just a day. It wasn't long. It was like a couple hours. I still didn't like the effects at all. I mean, just to get angry for no reason. Every person is different. Keep that in mind. So that was my experience. You may experience something different. You know what I mean? You may actually even do the ritual different. When I do meditation on a sigil, I meditate on it. Okay? I tune everything out and I focus on that sigil. Okay? Goes same thing with the Veves and the ATRs or the Firmas or Palo. You know what I mean? So it could be different for someone else, you know. But Rayshawn, yeah, you answered your own question. Kabbalah would be absolutely right-hand path. Books with angels and Kabbalah, you know, that's more right-hand path. Yeah. What was the benefits? I just wanted to do the ritual. You know, I wanted to feel whatever. And anger was not what I wanted. So his books, the invocation is so that you can align with the deity, the characteristics of the deity or the person. That's what his rituals are all about. It's Luciferianism. Okay. I have it, but never read it. What's the goal of use of the Cain spell? Just invocation to be one with that dark energy. Okay. It can help you do something else, like go into another left-hand path ritual, you know, or go into a clipothic ritual. You know what I'm saying? It can help with that. Or even Buddha. I can't imagine how someone would act with the market king. I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. Cool, good to know in regards to Kabbalah. Yeah, another gem. Okay, meditating on the sigils. The sigil look like it's mad. Yeah, the sigils all in his books are, yeah. Like I said, the book of the witch moon. Let me show you the sigils in that one. Here's the book of the witch moon. We're talking about dark energies here. Like can't look at this. Y'all see this right here? Inverted pentagram. Okay. Lycanthropy has to do with vampirism. I know some dark magicians who thrive with that. The Book of Night, Elementals of Mind and Space. Look at this. Y'all see that? So who knows what those sigils really are, what you're actually focusing on? See that? Yeah. Chi as the elixir of immortality. See that? He does use a lot of Egyptian symbols and sigils, you know. I actually had the Book of the Witch Moon. I actually printed the whole thing out. That's how interested I was in that one. Peace, Brother Ronan. Set your intentions, gain massive fortune by hitting the like. That's what I'm talking about. I'm reading a book of ceremonial magic in a complete grimoire by A.E. White. I'm looking for more ways to connect with Beelzebub. Are you really? The Lord of the Flies, huh? Beelzebub. All right. So, what's the book? There's a book by Christopher Hyatt. Damn it, the name escapes me. But I think there's rituals to all the crown princes of hell in that. I'm surprised that anybody would say, not, but yeah, I am surprised anybody would say they're connecting with Beelzebub. The book is right on the tip of my tongue. God damn it. I know the name of the book. Pacts with the Devil. Rayshawn Justice Pacts with the Devil. That's the one. How much did it cost to print the P? Yeah, thanks, Konami. He said Pacts with the Devil. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking about. How much did it cost to print your PDF? I had a printer. So I just took the PDF. This is what I did. I'm giving y'all my method. Took the PDF. I printed it. Took it to Office Depot or Office Max and had them bind it for me. It cost all of maybe $30, I think. If there's a book that I want that bad, that's what I'll do. I'll take it to something like Office Depot and I have them print it for me, cover it and bind it. I've done that with all of Kenneth Grant's books. I always actually wanted a copy, a physical copy of Kenneth Grant's book. Yes, Pacts with the Devil, Pacts with the Devil, yes. Yes, Milo Duquette worked on it too, yeah. Just be careful when you're doing left-hand path. Remember, I said before, Office Max still around? I don't know. That's how long it's been. But remember I said let me stop saying that. I said in a live that I did a ritual with the clip off, okay, with Asmodeus. All right. It's on here. You go to my channel, go search for the video, is Adventures with Asmodeus, I think. And I'll describe the effects I had. Okay. I don't wish that on anybody. You know, a lot of these things I had to figure out the hard way because I didn't have a teacher like that. You know, that's why I give the warnings that I do. Okay. That was the ritual I did where I couldn't calm my body down and froze everybody in the house. It was that ritual because I was burning the hell up. See what I'm saying? Those kind of effects. But again, just because I have those kind of effects doesn't mean you will have those kind of effects. Now, since we're talking right hand, left hand path, if you look, there's a little known book that works with the Kabbalah called the Grimoire of Oliver. Okay. Oliver Bowles is an occultist out of London, and he is with Demonic Dreams Publishing. Okay. I get some of my works from there. He published a book that he wrote. Okay. And this book works with the Kabbalah, the spheres of the Kabbalah. Okay. Spheres of the Kabbalah. The Grimoire of Oliver Starlight Books. Okay. Black and white magical invocations. The rituals in this book are very powerful, so keep them secret. The knowledge of names is easy for me, but the power to research this was around me, was gained through thought through my spirit guides. Please follow instructions with faith and good performance. Enjoy my little book of black magic invocations. You use the colors with or without the invocations, but understand this. Using the invocations will cause great power for you in your life. God bless, from Oliver. He works with the chakras in here. He also works with like Malkuth, you know what I'm saying? Gabora, Tippereth, and the spheres of the Kabbalah. Okay. Left hand, Michael Ford, Oliver Bowles, right hand. There you go. That's a great example. He wants to connect because there's always a fly around me, no matter where I'm at, homework or driving. All right. Peace and blessings, E.J. Taylor. That is actually the very next book I'm gonna buy. How interesting. Just be careful, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I'm still of the opinion that adults should be treated like adults. You know. Here's another book. The Black Book of Dr. Faust. This is Faustian magic. Okay? Faustian. Black Book of Dr. Faust. A grimoire. Okay? Miracle and Magic Book. Or it's called the Black Raven, or the Threefold Coercion of Hell. Okay? This is absolutely left hand. Just look at that. Look at that sigil right there. Yeah, left hand. So I want to also clear something up too. Y'all know what a grimoire is, right? A grimoire is a book of magical instructions. Okay. Now, these are notebooks. These are all notebooks. They got the years printed on 2020, 2016, 17. This doesn't have, anyway, you get my point. I'm always writing, right? Look at all that. All notes. Would I consider any of these a grimoire? Absolutely not. This is not giving any formulas. It's telling you what I did on a certain day. It's for my own eyes only. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can take the information in these books and put it in a book. Okay. I say what I did. I don't give any formulas, no magical instructions, none of that. It's just notebooks of what I did, like a journal. Okay. So I wouldn't consider any of these my own personal grimoires. Okay. A grimoire, according to every definition, is a book of magical instruction. It is sorcerer's notebooks. Okay. Passed down. All right. Passed down to other adepts. Okay. So there are many grimoires out there. many of them. All right. A grimoire is going to guide you through a magical ritual. Okay. That's what a grimoire is. It is very important that you build your own library. Okay. I'm not going to sit up here and give out grimoires all the time. Sometimes I do feel generous. All right. But there are sites like darkbooks.org that give out grimoires for free. Okay. There are plenty of other sites. My collection came from years of collecting, right? So a grimoire is a necessary part of your magical practice. It's a necessary part, right? Not all books are grimoires, though. Feel me? Clip off, which I think go on, Puffer. Which I think means sheets or peels is the left-hand tree. Christopher Loney, what's going on? Damn, y'all going too fast. Facts, I think that's one of the reasons I resonate with your content. Oh, appreciate that. It's a book called Lucifer and the Hidden Demons. That's a grimoire. Yes, exactly. Your memoirs, you are extremely detail-oriented and wise. Namaste for saying that. I am also a Virgo, and that is what we do. Hello, what are some of your spell ritual results like? Were they faster than regular Goetia work? Kit and Caboodle, again, my results are not going to be the same as yours. All right. I can only, if I was to write a book, and I'll keep being pressured to, if I was to write a book, I would probably include some of my experience, my own personal experience. I would probably do that, right? That does not mean that it's going to work for you exactly the same way, okay? I've spent years building up my practice, and my spiritual ashe, or my spiritual energy, is built up over time. Every time you do a ritual, something happens to your aura. That's the best way I can put it. Something happens, especially if you do an invocation. Okay? Invocation means calling the energies within. Evocation, you are calling a specific deity. All right? That actually will change you over time. You start thinking different. You start viewing things different. And you definitely start viewing the deities or the energies very different. Okay? It makes sense? Oh, thank you. We appreciate the time you shared to speak on what you've learned, though. Yes. What's going on, Christopher Loney? Good to see you always. It is my opinion, okay? It is my opinion that, okay, I'll look at this. I'll look at something from this year, 2016, okay? I'll look at that and be like, damn, that's what I was doing? Because some of the things that I see now are kind of elementary to me now. Now, you know what I mean? That was 7 years ago. Okay? I don't do things the same way. I don't use the same system. I don't even use the same mantras. Okay? But I have a lot of, damn. Huh. I got conversations with other magical people and mentors in here. That's why I got it marked. I got herbs I needed to get. Jeez. I did an unbinding. I work with Pomajira in here. Look at all that. So You don't look at things the same way you did years ago, even 5 years or 4 years ago. Okay. I still work with the Goetia. I love the Goetia system. I do. I've always liked it. Okay. Do I work with the Orishas anymore? Not really. I'll teach it, but I don't really work with those energies anymore. Like I said, I just moved on. I've just evolved past it. I don't want anyone to hear me say that and think that I'm too good to work with the Orishas. That's just not the point. There's just other systems to learn. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's good. Rayshawn Justice says, I appreciate the books you reference, but I always find books and PDFs on my own. Learning is an internal process. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Remember, I've said that my backups have backups, meaning I got books on flash drives, on external hard drives. They're all around me all the time. This little flash drive has stuff on it. This terabyte drive have books on it. One thing in all, I got at least 5 of these. One thing that I'm always going to have are books, grimoires, especially. How else do you become a master at this stuff? If you don't, like Rayshawn said, learning is an eternal process. And there are books that are absolute gems, like the Hindu occult chambers. I'm willing to bet nobody here has heard of this book. I'm willing to bet. The Hindu occult chambers, in part of this book, you will see astral auras and their colors. Only in a few books will you find this kind of information. Okay? Tells you violet, white, black, crimson, red. Okay? Symbols and planets, the black aura. Look at this. The influence of the black aura is lowering and brings a depressing influence upon other people and affects all those who may come in contact with it. Its influence upon a person who creates it is very bad. It brings his life into chaos. It keeps him on a low level. It creates gross, imperfect conditions which are difficult to overcome. Such people are always in trouble too and seem to attract evil and disaster. So this is DeLawrence, by the way. If you were wondering what author this is, I hate when these books look like this. L.W. DeLawrence. Okay? L.W. DeLawrence. His books were banned in Jamaica. Okay? The Hindu occult chambers, the magic and occultism of India. You got the wonders of the magic mirror, Hindu and Egyptian crystal gazing. Okay? That's the first chapter, Hindu and Egyptian crystal gazing, together with the wonders of the Hindu magic mirror, clairvoyant vision, spirit, and astral sight. L.W. DeLawrence. His book, The Obeah Bible, was banned in Jamaica. His book, Obeah Bible, is always referenced, not always, but often referenced by hoodoo practitioners. Okay? That's a good book. You never finished it? Any book that you hear Bobby Hemmett say, any book that you hear Bobby Hemmett say, or Azazel back, those two especially, do yourself a favor and get whatever book they tell you to, they reference, okay? And I'm gonna add one more person in that, and that would be me. That would be me, okay? I had never heard of Black Herman before, but he's a legend in New York. Black Herman, an actual magician, right? Like Pascal Beverly Randolph. I had to get this book. This is Black Herman's Secrets of Magic, Mystery, and Legerdemain. I don't know how to say that word. I will admit I don't know how to say something. Legerdemain. Damon. Legerdemain. I don't know. But Black Herman's Secrets. Yeah. In this book, of course, it looks cheesy because it's old. These are old advertisements. He was an actual magician, y'all. Okay. He got the mysteries of astrology in here, dreams. How to burn a handkerchief with your breath, turning ink into water, to make a $50 disappear in a whiskey glass of water. You can Google Black Herman. Okay. His secrets are in here. Okay. The very first person that I heard speak about him, Azazel Bey. Right. A lot of this, not a lot. There's some of this stuff that's illusion, though. Okay. That because he was an entertainer too. But he actually knew real magic, real deal magic. Black Herman. What's going on, Cosmic Chaos? You have one of his books? That's what's up. What do you think of the power of dealing with one layered system or tradition versus many? For me, it was necessary for me because I didn't not really have a teacher. It was necessary to learn these magical systems on my own. Yeah. How can you go wrong with knowing many magical systems? Some people go through a whole bunch of stuff and stay with one system. There's nothing wrong with that. They make it their main system. You're going to have to pick one. You know what I'm saying? I think both. I mean, a lot of people don't, there's not a lot of people who take the route that I did. There's not a lot of people who actually want to learn a whole bunch of magical systems. For me, it was just necessary. Okay? It was necessary to learn all of it. I had never had any intention of teaching anyone else. I just wanted to learn from me. Okay? And then eventually people started asking me to teach stuff. So I started the courses. All right. That's a good question, though. Very good question. I don't think you can go wrong with learning many. But the thing is, can you stay focused? Can you stay with one system for a year, then move to another system for 2-3 years, then you move to another? Can you do that? That's going to take a long time, right? It took a long time. And I didn't intend for it to happen that way, but it did. Huh? To answer your question. I hope I answered your question. You just want to hear my experiences? My experiences were many, though. I mean, that's a lot of bad experiences. Not gonna lie. I had a lot of bad experiences. But I had a lot of great experiences also. It was a mixture of them. I learned by default some of the bad experiences. Okay. Learning what not to use blood for. Shit like that. Okay. Learning how the deities actually show up. How do you get confirmation? When you do a ritual with a deity, ask for confirmation. Ask for them to show up in your dreams. Just ask. I found that just doing that works. Most of them will come in your dreams. You know, meditate on the sigil. And just because something doesn't happen right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen. All right. Remember what I was talking about Jerry Allen Johnson and his Taoist books. Ancient occult magic was never intended to replace Orthodox religion, but rather to complement it in its quest for a deeper understanding of esoteric spirituality. Through the alchemy of prayer and meditation, an individual can be transformed into an enlightened or awakened state of awareness. Several of the ancient meditation practices, magical techniques, and Shenggong exercises described herein are currently practiced within the secret societies throughout the world, including the People's Republic of China. These esoteric techniques can be very powerful and may, in some cases, be too mentally and physically demanding for some individuals. The reader should therefore use their own discretion or consult a priest or a mental health professional before engaging in these exercises and meditations. And this is Taoist magical transformation skills. Okay? These books, like I told y'all before, are excellent. You got dream magic, shape shifting, soul travel, and sex magic. Look at the reading. The warning again. The reader should therefore use their own discretion or consult a priest or mental health professional before engaging in these exercises and meditation. The rituals used for spiritual protection and energetic destruction are still as powerful today as they were when first introduced in ancient China. Okay? The secret of their timelessness lies in the fact that the personal power of the celestial immortals, various spirit entities, and demonic beings never changes. And so they give you disclaimers. Okay? Chinese mysticism, which is Taoist occult magic and sorcery. This book describes traditional methods of both ancient and modern forms of Chinese mysticism and is not intended to persuade the readers in any way, shape, or form to believe in or practice sorcery. Any person attempting such rituals is doing so at his or her own risk. There's the same disclaimers, so to speak, that I have on my website. You have to, because people are stupid and they will blame anything on you. They will blame anything on you. So you have to give those disclaimers. It is not intended. Magic is not intended to be a substitute for medical or legal or any other kind of professional advice or practice. Use it at your own risk. And so that was my disclaimer as well. Okay? I don't guarantee anything. No results are guaranteed. All right. You feel like you've done this before? That's what's up then. I have his Weather Magic and Feng Shui book. Yeah, I have both of those too. Prime example, E.A. Coetting. Oh, absolutely a prime. That is a prime example. E.A. Coetting, absolutely. Yeah, E.A. Coetting. And E.A. Coetting now is in jail, if I'm not mistaken. I have his books too. Don't get me wrong. Remember, I said, get what you can, leave the rest alone. Take what you can use and leave the rest alone. Forget about people's personal behaviors and what they've done public. Forget about all that. Can you use what they put out? The Book of Azazel, Spider and the Green Butterfly, Works of Darkness. I loved Evoking Eternity, I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Works of Darkness and the Kingdoms of Flame. I loved that when I first read it. Okay. But look what happened to him. He got into drugs. Okay? There are some magicians that I know of who are no longer here, who practice straight left hand. Okay? It can get you unbalanced, y'all. It can really get you unbalanced, and you can deviate to start doing some abnormal shit. All right? I know of two magicians who offered a deity. I think it was either Beelzebub or Astaroth, a high-ranking deity, rotten meat as an offering. Rotten meat as an offering with maggots coming out of it. This is what they offered the deity. Dorapause. You should never offer a deity something that you won't eat. What if the deity requires you to consume what you're offering? Would you consume rotten meat? There are a whole, I ain't gonna say it's a lot, but there are some people who I know who practice magic. They have either died or they went back to religion. That's how unbalanced it can make you. Yeah. Hence all my warnings. All right. Luckily, I survived. And I went down some dark paths. I did. But that's why I do these videos as a warning. Take it or leave it. Yeah, why do that? Exactly. What's going on in Hip Hop Elevation? This simulation is one big door pause. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You'd be surprised how pure demons can be. I'm not surprised at anything this far into the path. I'm not surprised at anything. I was surprised to hear that couple do that. I was very surprised. It's like, why would you do that? What the hell made you think that's a good offer? One's in jail now, the other one died. Not trying to tell all their business out here, you know. But like I said, I know people who were practicing magic who don't anymore, who just totally went in a different direction. A lot of the paths can open your eyes to a lot of stuff too. The reality of what goes on can be too much to bear for people. As a cautionary tale, I got you. Raw meat to a deity, oh nah, that ain't it, chief. And that's why I tell people about my beliefs and no practice. Exactly. Yes, rotten meat is just disrespectful. When they told me that shit, I was like, who the fuck told you that was a good idea? People get this idea that the more diabolical and sinister something is, the more powerful it will work. And that's further from the truth than you can ever imagine. Okay? Don't do that, y'all. Don't offer a deity rotten meat or feces or some shit like that. That's stupid. That is beyond stupid. Okay? Always be respectful to these deities, and you won't have no problem. I guarantee it. Looks like I talked longer than I intended to. I don't know if I said this already, but just because something doesn't happen right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Okay? You can get a result weeks from now. Okay? Patience is key. All right? Don't expect instant results. This is not a microwave. Don't expect instant results. The more you practice, the better you get at it. All right? The better you get at it. Okay? I want to thank all of y'all for coming here today, hanging out with me and listening to my Thursday mess. Tune in next week when we'll talk about something else, magic. Okay. Please heed my warnings that I said to y'all today. Everybody who came today, Hip Hop Elevation, Lenora Rice, Konami, Kit Kaboodle, Moonfeather, EJ Taylor, Christopher Loney, I think I said your name already, Ray Sean, Portia, Anubis, Ronan, Lenora, Sharon, Righteous. I think I got everybody. Latanya's Views. I don't know. I like that. I do though. Everybody who came today, thank you. I will see y'all next time. Let me see. Wait. Being at peace in this Texas heat. This heat is different, but it's all good. This heat is unbearable sometimes. They were kamikaze crazy giving an offering of rotten meat. Absolutely. When you look at it from a magical standpoint, it makes more sense why most don't remember past lives. Yeah. Thank you, Anubis. Have a great weekend yourself. Message. Oh, thanks a lot, Brother Moore. Peace and blessings. Lenora, Tanya's Views, Konami, Yanel Green Madison, Namaste, and everybody who came today. Hopefully, y'all have a great rest of your day and good weekend too. I will see y'all next time. I'm the one and only. There's only one, Magick La Croix, as always.